Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I would like to look at this new teaser trailer for the two new Void Edge operators in some more detail and try and point some stuff out as best as I can. So first off, I actually did do a reaction to this trailer, so that is the video before this. So if you want to check that out, there will be an end card at the end of this video if you want to watch it. And yeah, let's get this video started. Okay, so what we can see in this first part of the trailer is our supposed defender Oryx, and it looks like he's running through some sort of prison. Now, keep an eye on the area that he's in. It looks like he's in an area similar to where Fortress is, and that actually links into a part further in the trailer where we actually see a building that looks, and it might be Fortress. We actually don't know that yet, but a lot of people, including myself, actually think it's Fortress. But I'm actually going to show some facts in the video a little bit on, showing that it might actually not be Fortress. Okay, so this next part of the trailer we actually get a first look at Yana, and a lot of people have been spelling it Y-A-N-A, but apparently, according to the Spanish R6 Twitter page, it's actually spelled I-A-N-A, but it's still pronounced like Yana. And I was actually looking on Reddit, and shout out to Reddit user AngeloZZX for actually finding this out. And it turns out that there is a Roman goddess called Yana, spelled I-A-N-A, same as this operator, and she is associated with the moon. Now, as we can see in this trailer right here, Yana is in space and then goes to the moon. So, my theory is, and this Reddit user, so once again shout out to him, is we all know the Greek mythology and everything has a lot of tie-ins with space and different planets and everything. So I think this definitely leads into the direction that Yana will be a Greek operator, which has been theorized for a long time, but I feel like this is a strong indicator that she is from Greece. Also, another thing I'd like to say, you can actually get a look at her CTU patch on her arm. Now, I actually do not recognize this, and I have seen a lot of people saying it's like a European, like, naval force patch, but personally, I've compared like the patches together, and I do not see that. I personally think it looks like a yellow planet, and you can kind of see a ring around it. So I think this may be like a new CTU that was made up for the game, some sort of like space unit. But I could be wrong. It could be an already existing CTU, and I just haven't noticed that yet. So if you guys know what this badge, like the CTU is on screen, leave a comment below and tell me if you think that you know what the CTU is.
Everyone's running from something. But the darkness within can't be vanquished by distance. It can only be tempered by finding something to run towards. And the promising light of new horizons.
Okay, so as we can see in the final half of the trailer, Oryx actually seems to run through the wall of the building that he was originally running in at the beginning of the trailer. And this does coincide with previous leaks that Oryx will be able to run through soft walls, and I think that pretty much confirms it, showing him run through a wall like that and breaking through it. So we can see him run through a desert here, and this is another thing to look out for when we're comparing it to Fortress. And there's a nice little parallel here. You can see him, and it's got the moon in the background, and then it switches to Yana, and it's got the Earth in the background. And so, I'd like to talk about Oryx first in this bit, and then I'll move on to Yana. Oryx, you can see, once again, running through this desert wasteland, and he looks into the horizon, and you've got this massive rock, and you've got a fortress on top of it. Now, is this the fortress that we've had since Operation Windbass? And is this Kaid's fortress? And I don't see why it wouldn't be. It is very similar. As we know, Fortress itself is on a big rock, and it has these towers and everything you can see in this image. But if you actually go on the Fortress map, the surrounding area is kind of different. I'm gonna show some gameplay here, and in the distance you can see like a waterfall. There's towns everywhere. There's rivers. There's trees. There's a lot more surrounding landscape than just desert. But there actually is desert. If you, I'm showing it on screen right now. Fortress. There is actually a desert facing this fortress. So maybe just for the sake of making the trailer, they left out the details, which isn't quite surprising. You know, it does cost quite a lot to make these CGI videos, so keeping the important stuff in, you don't really need that surrounding stuff. So as you can actually see from Fortress, like I just showed, there is actually a desert that faces it. So it looks like that Oryx may be another Moroccan operator, and he has some tie-ins with Kaid. Maybe he's a son, maybe he knows him, maybe he was imprisoned by him, and something like that, and they have to put aside their differences and work as a team, because you know they like doing that with like Lion and Doc. They have conflicts between each other, so it could be something like that. Okay, so now I want to talk about Yana. So as we know, she can't breathe on the moon. They're not doing that. Obviously she needs oxygen, and they show her as a hologram. Now, what I think is, we most likely know that Yana is going to be an attacker. As we see at the beginning of the trailer, she is in a spacecraft, and I believe that is Yana, like the human version. But if you notice on her wrist, which I'll show now, she has kind of like a little exoskeleton thing going over her hand. And what I think it will be like is, the Yana that we see on the moon in this trailer is a controllable hologram that she controls from her hand from this exoskeleton. And how this will be used in Siege is like a Twitch drone. Twitch, she goes on her wrist, she has her gadget. This is what Yana will do. However, when Yana does it, a hologram version of herself will come up and will be fully controllable and playable by the player. So I doubt that she'll be able to make contact with stuff, so she won't be able to break down barricades or break down walls or anything. That will have to be done by a real player. But Yana's hologram will be able to walk through. Someone may shoot her, and it'll be like an alibi ability. So maybe this is something. Maybe she has a drone and it projects it up, and it's like a moving drone, and you have to destroy the drone. Maybe she gets a certain number of these. And I can see this as a very good aspect to the game. It doesn't seem that overpowered. Well, I can't really say that yet until we've seen gameplay, and we don't even know if this is what it's actually going to be like. But it's very interesting. So what I think they've shown us in this trailer is Yana on a spaceship. She's part of some space force, and she's using her hologram to go onto the moon and look around while she is in the spaceship. And we know it's a hologram because they show her like fade off and like fade back in. So yeah, that is what I think Yana's ability will be. She will be an attacker who has a drone that projects a hologram of herself, which the player will play as, and it will be used to bait the defenders. Okay, so that is my take on this trailer. If you guys think that I missed something out, or you think I'm just completely wrong about something, be sure to let me know below. I don't want to make this video any longer, so I'm just going to wrap it all up here. If you did enjoy this breakdown, please leave a like and make sure you're subscribed to the channel because we've been doing great lately. Shout out to that Redditor once again for his amazing information. That helped quite a lot. And yeah, I hope this video was informative, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.